Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to do something fun. I'm out to fly my brand new DJI FPV drone. FPV standing for first person view. So you can see I've got this nice big field area. This is actually back behind where I live, so it's very convenient for me to just walk outside and go fly it, which is nice. But I'm out here today, I want to test this out and fly it around. I feel slightly comfortable with it now. I've been using it for probably about 2 weeks now, after my Power Egg X died at Red Rock Canyon out in Las Vegas. I came home and I was dedicated to the flying life, so I bought this. I saw a lot of videos on it and I thought, yeah, this looks like fun, and especially watching some of my buddies' videos. Original Dobo, he's amazing. You can check out his channel as well, but he does all sorts of crazy flips and stuff with this. I'm not flying this in manual mode yet. I do fly it in like the basic mode and the sport mode, and I'm going to show you some of the footage here, show off some of the stuff that it can do. It's a lot of fun. It's very, very expensive though. So if you want to buy one of these, it's like $1,200 MSRP to get the kit to get in the door. So this is not something for the faint of heart or the light of wallet. So before we get into all that though, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now we're going to fly some drones. So first things first here, we've got the controller, which is actually pretty easy to use. You got your joysticks, you got your power button, you got a little lanyard loop here so you can connect that to a necklace if you want. We got extra joysticks on the inside here, the charging port for the USB-C, this is our antenna, and then all the fancy stuff here. This changes the modes for normal mode, sport mode, manual mode, which I have not unlocked that one yet. I'm not that brave. This is the return home pause button, and you can see the other stuff here. It's really nice being able to, basically you can snap pictures and record video straight from the controller, and it's pretty straightforward and easy to use. And then of course when you take off, once you're ready, you have to press both of the joysticks down like this to take it off. Then we have our FPV drone right here. Go ahead and take this off before we get ready to fly. There we go. That protects the camera on the inside there. 4K at 60 frames per second, which is really nice. FPV logo there. You can see there's a slight difference with the rotors here. You've got the red around the ring there and not there. That indicates which one of the props go on the rotors, because they're slightly different. So you got to make sure you put the right ones on. But it's very, very light. We'll go ahead and put the battery in. So the battery actually serves as part of the base here, which is kind of interesting. And it does have some long-term considerations because of all the takeoff and landing. See the sensors down there on the bottom. But we'll just slide that in there like that. And then this connector plugs in right here. And that's what powers it so you can fly it. And then you've got the battery indicator here, which will tell us how much power. I've got 4 green bars there. To start this, you have to press the power button once and then press it again and hold it, and you'll see the lights go in sequence, and that gets ready to start up the drone. And then you get the cool little sequence there. You do that with all the equipment. So you do that with the control as well. Power button, press it again, you see the little lights power up. That will create the connection. And then we have our FPV headset right here, which I gotta say is not overly heavy. Like, it's actually fairly comfortable to wear for long term. At least as long as the battery lasts anyway, because it's only lasts for like 22 minutes maximum, which I've not hit that yet. And depending on how much wind and all that stuff you have, it can definitely lower the battery. For instance, it was crazy windy when I was flying the other day, and I think I got like 8 minutes of fly time. It was just fighting so much with the wind. But here, micro SD card slot for your recording. This is really cool. You can get an additional USB-C cable here, plug this in and plug it into your phone with the DJI Fly app, and somebody else can watch. Like, so if you're concerned about other people being able to see what's going on, maybe having a spotter or something else like that, they can watch on a separate monitor, which you can use your phone or whatever, anything that you can connect the app to. And yeah, you got the headset here, the straps, it fits on nice and snug. You can adjust the eyepieces in here so you can get the best focus, and then you've got your antennas as well. I will say the flight distance on this is pretty good. I've taken it over a mile and have not lost connection, so I'm happy about that. And this one is actually powered by an external power source, which is the battery right here. Same thing with this business. Press it once, then press it again, and you'll see the lights will go all the way up. Now everything is powered up basically just put the headset on, you'll be able to see instantly what's coming out of the camera on the drone. So now that I've shown you all that, let's take this sucker off and start flying. All right, so we were going to go ahead and fly, but I realized that I walked all the way out to the big field to fly and left the SD card inside the house. So now that I've got the SD card, we're gonna go ahead and start flying now so we can capture some footage. So remember, when you go out to fly, make sure you have all the stuff that you need, because if you don't, it's kind of a pain in the butt to go back, especially if you have to travel. Because that's one important thing with this drone, with the DJI app. It's very restrictive. So it has all the GPS location stuff. It tells you if you're in a no-fly zone before you even take off. You can look at the map and see where the radius is and stuff. So pay attention to that and where you're flying, because you may not even be able to take this thing off if you're inside a restricted flying area. All right, before we get ready to do anything too crazy, we'll do some playing around here with the drone just to show it off a little bit. Easy, you can use the left joystick and turn it around, do all your spinny stuff. And then down and up is your elevation, so it goes up and down that way. And then the right joystick is how you do all your side strafing, your back, your forward. So the right joystick changes the position of the drone, and then the left joystick changes the direction. So that way you can fly it around. You have to use both joysticks so you can pilot it and maneuver it. And yeah, it is really, really quick. Flying it on sport mode is super fast. Of course, it's not the same as manual mode, which will take you up to about like 80, 90 miles per hour. I'm not ready for that yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to the headset. We're gonna fly the drone. All right, and just like that, we're done flying the DJI FPV. And you could see there, what it did at the end was the auto landing stuff. So once it gets below a certain percentage on the battery, and it's actually interesting because depending on how far away you are, what the wind conditions are, like it tracks all that stuff. So normally if you could fly like 1,000 meters and you could fly around with no wind, then you're gonna have more battery life and it's not gonna go to return to home sooner. But if you have a bunch of wind conditions, you're flying it really hard, it actually tracks all that stuff to see how much battery you're burning through. So it knows exactly how much time, how much battery it needs to get you back to where you took off from with the GPS location. So that's really cool. And it's a lot of fun flying this thing. Like I really enjoy it. The only downside, of course, is the battery life. You could see there that the flight time was not very long. Yes, if you fly it more conservatively, if you fly it in normal mode, not in sport mode, or not in manual mode, then yes, you're gonna get more battery life out of it. But typically I get about probably around 10 minutes of total flight time. And also be very careful with the return to home function. Don't ignore that. Because I got it down to like 1% battery thinking, oh, I'm good. And then I was flying it around, doing some more trick stuff and looked, and I was like, oh crap, I'm down to 10% battery. That's not good. So then I started flying it back and I made it back with like 1%. You don't want to crash this thing. You don't want to lose it. 1,300 bucks. It's very expensive. So that's it on my flight video with the DJI FPV. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you got to see how fun it is, because it is a total blast flying this thing, and super glad I bought it. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments on the DJI FPV or the flying or any of that crazy jazz, then please sound off in the comment sections. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, just like all the other ones, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.